for science. That just means I really love science. We've spent a little bit of time learning all about trees and plants in the forest and how animals and trees all make up part of an ecosystem. But did you know that trees help us, humans, survive too? Today, we're going to learn all about how trees breathe and then do a little experiment to see trees breathing in action. There are a few tiny molecules in the air that you and I can't see, but are super important for breathing, for both trees and humans. These molecules are oxygen and carbon dioxide. When you and I breathe, we inhale and breathe in oxygen. Our lungs fill and then use that oxygen to help our bodies run and move and think. But when we breathe out, we exhale carbon dioxide instead. So we breathe in oxygen and out carbon dioxide. Where does all this oxygen in the air come from? Get this, it comes from trees. Trees provide us with a lot of the oxygen that you and I need to breathe. Well, how do they do that? I believe we can answer that question pretty easily. So, how do trees give us oxygen? Well, trees breathe too. Remember, we humans, we inhale oxygen and exhale carbon dioxide, but trees do the opposite. Every day is opposite day for trees. They inhale carbon dioxide and exhale oxygen. But Professor Particle, you say, trees don't have lungs. They can't breathe. Well, they might not have lungs, but trees have something that we don't have. They have leaves. Leaves are full of tiny cells that catch sunlight. These cells are so small that we can't actually see them with our eyes, not even with our magnifying glass. These cells are full of something called chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is pretty neat because it's green, and that is what gives leaves their green color. So, leaves take in sunlight, they inhale carbon dioxide, and they exhale oxygen. The trees and plants covering planet Earth produce most of the oxygen that you and I need to breathe. Because remember, trees and humans are opposite. We breathe in oxygen and out carbon dioxide, and plants breathe in carbon dioxide and out oxygen. How cool is that? I think it's time to do an experiment to see how trees breathe. But remember, safety first when we do experiments. For this experiment, you're going to need a clear bowl, some freshly plucked leaves, some rocks, and some room temperature water. First, take your leaves and place them in a bowl. Then you're going to weigh it down with a rock on top of it. We want to make sure that the leaf stays underwater. We're going to pour water over top of the leaf. If it floats, use another rock. Then, all we need to do is place this bowl with a leaf in a patch of sunlight. It's really important that this goes into sun, and then we wait. Here's an experiment that I set out in the sun for a few hours. We can look and see all of the bubbles that have formed. The bubbles are the leaves breathing.
Let's see what the bubbles look like.
when you and I go underwater and we blow all of our air out or exhale, we make bubbles. In the same way, when we put these leaves underwater, they blow out or exhale bubbles too. Their bubbles are full of oxygen and our bubbles are full of carbon dioxide. So let's go over what we learned today. Trees, just like us, breathe. Only instead of breathing in oxygen and out carbon dioxide, they breathe in carbon dioxide and out oxygen. Your bonus fact for today was that leaves have cells filled with chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is what makes plants green. Well, I hope you had fun with me today, learning all about how trees breathe. Next time you're out in the forest or a garden, look around at all of those plants and remember, they're giving you oxygen so that you can breathe too. Thanks for joining me today. Remember, I'm Professor Particle, I'm probably a real scientist, and I'll see you next time.